It's Wendy, Alane, Wright, the Hollywood Talent Manager. Now, if you're new to my channel, I want to tell you that I love actors and I love creative people, and I spend my time trying to help you guys build your acting career, start your acting career, follow your dreams, and I really love helping actors succeed. And not just actors, maybe you want to be a singer, a writer, a dancer, casting director, agent, or manager. My intention here at this channel is just to give you support, industry information, guidance, knowledge, answer your questions, lead you to other good resources, and to help you pursue your dreams. I know how difficult this industry is. It's really been difficult the last couple of years with the COVID, and then everything went online. And the benefit of that is you've been able to train with amazing people no matter where you live. You've been able to train with coaches in LA, New York, London, and even if you live in Arkansas, you can train everywhere. And so that's kind of the benefit of that. But you've also not had the privilege of being in the audition room. You haven't been able to take a lot of in-person classes until recently. So there's been some, variations on how the business is run. At this point, classes are mostly online. A lot of classes are online. A lot of coaches that were in person have decided they like online better. Auditions, so many auditions are online now. Sometimes there are some auditions in the room, but most of them are online now. So there's some great things about that as well. One, you get an opportunity from wherever you live now. You can live anywhere in the United States and put yourself on tape for a potential role wherever it's shooting, which is really great, right? The downside of that is that you don't get to be in the room for your first audition. And a lot of times people get energy from being in the room and working with a casting director. But then the upside is you get to tape that thing until you get it right and feel comfortable, and then you get to send it. So there's ups and downs, and there's good and bad, and everybody has a different opinion about it, but it is what it is. And self-taping isn't going anywhere. So I would highly encourage you to really master the process of self-taping. Get in with a really good coach that knows how to work on camera. I can suggest Jordan Woods Robinson at Book from Tape. They've got studios in Florida and Atlanta. They train online. So you've got to learn to master this box right here, this beautiful box right here. And when you get an audition and they send you the sides and you audition and you figure out what your script is about, and you're making your choices, and then you're practicing it, and then you're getting coached on it, and then you put it on tape. It really all comes down to the tape, the quality of your acting in the tape, and making sure that you turn that around quickly, thoroughly. Give it as much as you possibly can, and then let it go. You have no control over whether you book the role. You have no control over whether or not you get an audition. You have no control over if you get a call back. You have no control over anything. But here's what you have control over: your training. Your training. Who you train with, how often you practice, how good you get at self-taping, putting yourself on tape over and over and over and over, even when you don't have auditions, practicing and getting really good at breaking down scenes. This is something you have complete control over. So I want to encourage you. When people come to me and they say, Wendy, I want to be an actor. As a manager, my job is to find talent, develop that talent, get them an agent, get them working, and help start their career and build their career. And I love doing that. Now, there's lots of different kinds of managers. I'm a developmental manager. That basically means I like to take brand new people from scratch. Maybe they've never even had an acting class, but they say to me, God, I've always wanted to be an actor. I've raised my kids, and I feel like it's my time. I'm like, yes, go for it. Let's do it. First step, get into class. Learn how to act. That's the first step. And they can come out of college. I got a degree. I have a BFA from Yale Drama School, and I've done all these plays. No, I've never done TV or film. I never took an on-camera class, but I'm great with theater. Okay, go to class and learn how to act on camera. That's the first step. You got to learn how to act in this box, on camera, where your eye lines are. You got to make sure you're not taping like this or taping like this, but that you know where your eye lines are when you're talking to two different people. And you got to master this box. I don't care if you went to Yale Drama School or Juilliard or wherever. If you don't know how to work this box, you're not going to get these jobs, right? Somebody might come to me and be like, I've been in LA. I moved there for a while, but I just didn't get anywhere. And then I moved back to Indiana. But I couldn't forget about it. And I tried to work a regular job, but I hate it. And I just got to follow my dreams. Can you help me? Yes, of course I can help you. That's what I do for a living. You could be in my Facebook group, Talent Managers for Actors. And if you're not, I highly recommend you go straight there, sign up. It's free. And it's a platform with 116,000 actors. And I've got maybe 150 agents and managers in a private TMFA chat group where we talk about what you guys need all the time and what we want to teach you in that platform. And we've got actors and producers and casting directors, and we're all there helping you by answering questions, showing you examples, giving you structure, giving you resources, giving you training, all kinds of stuff to help you build your career, get your career started, or if you're already working, take it to the next level. So sometimes people are in my Facebook group and they're like, I've never booked a co-star. I've booked some short films, student films, web series. I've done some voiceovers, commercials, but never TV yet. I want to break into that. Can you help me? Of course. That's what we do, right? It's what agents and managers do. So I want to encourage you that no matter where you are in your process, whether you're just starting out, you've never taken a class, you've taken many classes, but you haven't booked TV. You've booked some TV, but you've never booked a lead role in a series. Everybody's always moving up the ladder, trying to become the next best version of themselves, get the next biggest job they can. And the foundation, the same, that runs through all of those stories is your training. You've got to be a great actor. You've got to be a great actor. And you can train with some amazing coaches, like I've mentioned before. I'll tell you, Tom Todoroff, Amy Linden, Margie Haber, Howard Fine, Andy Matheny, Hood School of Acting, Joseph Perlman, Anthony Mindell. All of these are amazing coaches. James Ciccone, Julie Lichty, Actor Site, Kim Crandall, Amber Bohawk. There's amazing coaches. And you can work with them right online from wherever you are. And I highly recommend you do that. So a lot of times actors come to me and they say, you know, what do I need to do, Wendy? How do I build an acting career? I've done some plays. Okay, I'm going to tell you guys, you got to do some extra work. Go do some extra work. Get on set and see what it's like to be on set. Do some extra work for a big movie that is in your town shooting, for a student film, for commercials, for whatever. Do background work. Don't put it on your resume, but do it. Get some experience. Do some plays, community theater, your high school, your college, your church theater. Get on stage, do some theater. I did theater when I was 11 years old. I think maybe 9 years old was my first time. I fell in love with theater. I loved it. You know why? The camaraderie, the working with other actors, watching the whole story come alive, watching it come through each of the actors and their beautiful spin on the dialogue and their personality, bringing their personality to the work and finding the jokes and finding the flow. And I love doing theater, and I did it for a long time. And I went to college. I studied theater as well, and I studied business and psychology. And I highly recommend you get training, and practice. Now, what I do is I help actors go from wherever they are to wherever they want to go, to the next level, the next level, the next level. And one of the platforms that you use when you're an actor is called Actors Access. I just was invited to go watch the Yale Graduates Showcase, which is coming up. You can see it in New York, you can see it in LA. And they have a website they send out with all of the graduates and the links to their resumes. And I looked at their resumes, and 99% of them have no TV credits yet at all. What they are going to have is a hell of a lot of debt. A lot of debt. And they don't even have Actors Access profiles. So you don't have to go to Yale Drama School or Juilliard or any big, fancy school to become a working actor. But you do need to train. And wherever you get your training, you got to practice a lot. But ultimately, you need an Actors Access profile. And that means you need to upload headshots and your acting clips, and if you have demo reels, to your online digital casting profile called Actors Access. And there's another one called Casting Networks. And when you have your materials uploaded on those sites, then we can send those sites to all the different casting directors for all the different jobs and projects that are around. But if you don't even have that profile, what are we sending? Right? So a lot of these actors come out of drama school and don't even know what Actors Access is. So I look at your stuff. An actor comes in my office and says, I want to be an actor. I say, what do you got for me? Where have you trained? Well, I haven't taken any classes yet. Turn around, go back out and take classes, Come back in a year or two. We'll talk again. Go learn to act. We have nothing to discuss. Go learn to act. Okay. They come back again, or maybe they've had acting training. They come in. I say, let me see your actor's access. I don't have one. All right, let's get it set up. Open your account. It's free. Before you start submitting, it's free. Just get your account. Get it set up. Check off all the boxes. Every single skill you have. If you play basketball, you swim, you play golf, you ride an ATV, you shoot guns, you can speak with an accent, different languages, you play musical instruments, you dance, you dialect, juggle, I don't know. All of the different options on that platform, check off everything you're good at. Check off, check off, check off. And I look at that. Okay, good. Now, let's get all your training listed on there, all your acting classes. Let's put them all on there. Great. Now, do you have any footage? Well, does it count my footage from my acting class? No. I don't want to put acting class footage on your Actors Access. I'm not sending that to casting. It's not professional enough. Well, I did the student film. Well, let's see it. And I look at it. And it's like the other actor most of the time. And the actor that I'm talking to, it's like the side of their face. Or it's too dark. Like today I was looking at an actor's clip. It starts with them, it's kind of in the dark. Like I can't even see them. Why am I looking at that? Why am I looking at that? I need to see the actor's eyes. I need light. I need it to be well lit. I'm like, ugh, that's not going to work. And then I fast forward it, and then it's like the actor talking like this, so I see the side of their face, and I still don't see the eyes. And then it's in a distance. They're like way in the back. This is never going to work. None of this. Well, they're excited that they've done all those, that they've done those 3 projects, but it's not footage that I can sell as a professional talent manager who talks to casting all day long about projects. I'm not sending that in. Okay, so what do I have to do? I'm glad you asked. Create a self-tape. Just a self-tape? Yep. Create a self-tape. So let's take me, okay? I could play a nurse, a teacher. I could play a social worker. Sometimes I played a cop. I can play those roles in my sleep. All right, so why don't I create a self-tape for the nurse? Well, how do I find that footage? Well, then I tell you, go to television, turn on Grey's Anatomy, turn on Chicago Med or The Resident, and watch TV. And when you see a really great scene, it's like, ooh, that scene was amazing. Did you see what she said? Rewind it, put on the closed captions, and write down everything it says. There's your scene. Now, put on a V-neck shirt that looks like Scrubs. Practice it, memorize it. Well, you don't put the scrubs on right away. You're going to practice it, work on your scene, get coached on it. And then you put on your V-neck, get your phone, your iPhone, put it on a tripod, get your eye line right over here, and talk to your patient. Talk to the other doctor. Talk to the worried mother about your child's condition. And have a scene. Now you can get that on Actors Access, and now we have something to work with. The other day, a casting director reached out to me and said, I'm looking, you know that girl you mentioned at so-and-so? I need her footage. I can't reach the girl right now because she's busy, but I need her footage. So I go to her Facebook page and I look to see how can I get her footage. I go to Facebook. There's no link there to her website. There's no link there to her Actors Access. There's no link to her footage. No link. I'm like, oh, gosh, okay. I go to IMDb Pro. Doesn't have an account there yet. Go to Instagram. There's no footage. What the fuck am I going to do? I need this footage. She's at work. She's not answering the phone. I need the footage. I got to send it to casting. That casting director needs it now. That's a problem. So this is the kind of thing that I will correct immediately if an actor comes to me and they don't have their shit together. I'm going to say, okay, listen, here's what we need to do. You need to get a self-tape of your cop, nurse, doctor, lawyer, teacher, whatever footage you're going to do. Pick a scene, do it. Upload it to YouTube. Mark it unlisted if you want, or keep it public. I don't care. Give me the link. Give me a link. Now, go to Linktree. Create a Linktree. And link your Linktree to your YouTube channel, to that YouTube video. And then take that Linktree and link it to your Actors Access. Link it to your Facebook, link it to your TikTok, link it to a movie you've done, a new commercial you have out, a film you're in. link it to an article you've done, a podcast you've been interviewed on, link it to different things. And then take that link tree, put that link tree address on your Facebook, put that link tree address on your Instagram. What happens when you do that is casting says, I need their footage. I go to their Facebook, there's the link tree. I grab the link tree, I send that to casting. I go to that link tree, I click on Actors Access, I grab the link, I send that to casting. I go to Instagram, I grab the link tree, I click on it, I go to Casting Networks, I send that to casting. I now have a link to all of your materials. And that's very, very critical to have. Because casting has immediate needs. It comes up right away. They want the footage. They want to see your work. And I need to have it available. So as a manager, that's one of the things that we tell our actors to do. Get your materials ready. Get them on the right platforms. Format them correctly. And get it ready so that an agent or manager can submit your stuff to casting on the drop of a dime when they need it. If an actor doesn't have those materials ready when casting looks, they just go to the next actor. They just go to the next actor. So I don't want actors to miss opportunities. So a lot of times I do consultations with actors and I look at their package right away, okay? They send me their Actors Access link. I find out every single thing that's wrong with it and I tell them you got to correct this, that, and this. These headshots don't look like you. All these headshots have the same expression. You need to take these 5 down, leave these 2 up. You need more headshots. And they need to be this type and that type. This clip doesn't work, take it down. You need another clip like this, put that up. It should match your headshot. This is formatted incorrectly. Change this, change that, change this. Okay, that looks good. Next, where are you training? Well, at the community college, I don't want to hear it. Let's get into a professional level acting class because you want to work in television. Let's start training at the television level. Here's a list of coaches. I don't care which one you train with. Go find a professional coach. Go audit those classes, see which ones you like, pick a coach that you really resonate with, and go master whatever they're teaching. Master it. Well, how many classes did that take? I don't know. 1 year, 2 years? Go master it. Go learn improv, commercial training, scene study. Someone says, well, I want to be an action star. Are you taking any stunt training? No. Go take it. Do you have any firearms training? No. Go get it. Right? So my job is to develop the actor so they can fulfill the goal that they have. My job is to tell the actor the truth. Your acting isn't strong enough yet. You're going to have to train more and get better at it. Or your acting is fantastic, but the lighting wasn't good in that clip. Go re-record it. Your lighting was great, the acting was great, but the sound wasn't really good. Fix your sound, go re-record it. Right? The actor in the scene with you, not very good. It's taking away from your clip. Get rid of that actor, put a different one in, go re-record it. Now, when I have the finished product and it's like, it's brilliant, it's phenomenal, I can proudly send that to casting. Last night I had dinner with some great friends of mine. They're all managers, a casting director named Lisa London. She wrote a book called From Start to Stardom. She discovered Miley Cyrus. She's just like, she cast Hannah Montana. She, if you look her up on IMDb Pro, you'll see she's got a huge body of casting work. She's booked, she's cast tons and tons of movies. And she's just one of my best friends. I love this girl madly. She loves actors. She loves to be able to give them opportunities. But if the work is not good and the clips are not great, she's not forwarding that to her producers. So you've got to give good materials. I went to dinner last night with Lisa and 3 other managers. There was Nancy Scanlon from Au Courant. There was Versa Manos. And there was Mara Santino and myself. So 4 managers and a casting director. It's like a movie. 4 weddings and a funeral. And what do we talk about when we go to dinner? We talk about actors. We talk about how stupid they can be, how brilliant they can be, how they get in their own way and they sabotage their careers. We talk about the success that they're having. We talk about how much we care about our clients, how much we love them. We talk about the different projects that they have coming up. We talk about some of the wins. We talk about our personal lives. We're 5 women, so we talk about men. I think 4 of us are single, so we talk about dating. But it always comes back to the actor. It always comes back to the actor because we live for you guys. We live for you guys. And we lose sleep over you guys. We lose sleep when you don't live up to your potential, or you don't get us the materials you need, or you turn down an audition. Lisa was telling me, and a lot of casting directors have told me over the years, they put out a breakdown. 500 photos come in, 2,000 photos come in. Casting asks for 100 auditions, and only half of them turn in the audition. What? I've learned that actors can be their worst enemy themselves. Like, who stops an actor's career? The actor. The actor stops the career. I know how much you guys want this, and I need you to listen when I say I want it for you just as much as you do, if not more. That's why I've created so many platforms to help you with the Actors Access trainings that I do, with the TMFA platform that we offer, my Hollywood Winner's Circle course. If you ever want to train with me directly, take my online course, Hollywood Winner's Circle Academy. It's a business course for actors, and we teach every single thing you need to do to become a working actor. Your Actors Access, your casting networks, how to get great headshots, how to get your acting clips, how to write a cover letter, how to get an agent or manager. We look at all your materials. Everything I do in a consultation, only much more and for a longer period of time. Walk you step by step by step through everything you need to do to become an actor. So if that's something you want to do, you can go to HollywoodWinnerCircle.com and you can train with me, and I'm happy to help you. I love helping actors. You can set up a consultation, and I can look at all your materials and see where you're really at. And be aware, I'm not going to lie, and I'm not going to tell you what you want to hear. I'm going to tell you what I see based on many, many years of experience. And I'm going to point out everything that's wrong with what you're doing. And I'm going to point out everything that's right with what you're doing. And that's how I help actors. I would tell you that you need a thick skin to be in this business. You need a thick skin. And you need to have a positive mental attitude. I was talking to my class today. I teach a class on Saturdays, a 3-hour intensive called the ABCs of Show Business. And I go through 3 hours of really, really critical information that actors need if they're going to be becoming an actor and building an acting career. And one of the things that's important, I always say that, I think that I've said this many times, there's 4 M's. 4 M's. Mastering your craft. So mastering your acting ability. Your marketing materials, really having outstanding marketing materials. Mastery of your mindset. You got to keep yourself motivated, focused, excited. And then the 4th one is the mastery of mingling. Mastery of mingling. You know who came up with that? My friend Umsada Nia, who's a casting director. A longtime friend. Go to her IMDb Pro, and you'll see she's a huge casting director, cast tons and tons and tons of movies. And when I was telling her about my 3M, she said, you need a 4th. And I said, what? She goes, mastery of mingling. I was like, that's so great. It is what I teach. I call it networking, but we made it into an M. But your networking and building relationships with people in the industry is critical. You could have all your materials, and you've got your Actors Access, your casting networks, your headshots, you've got your demo reels, your acting clips, and everything is nicely formatted. You're going on auditions. You know how to self-tape. You know how to get coached on auditions. You're booking some jobs. But now, what else? Well, you got to keep yourself doing the work. That's the mindset. And you got to be mingling, meeting other people in the industry, meeting agents, managers, casting directors, other actors, training with people, going to film festivals, meeting producers, and doing all the things that build your relationships. Mastery of mingling. So I just want to encourage you guys to, I don't know if you can hear that outside. Sometimes I hear things that you can't hear. I can hear this. You know, they ride around on those scooters and make so much fucking noise. I'm sorry if you heard that. If you didn't, good. Your building your career is going to take years of dedication. Okay? And I want you to be very clear that I'm in it for the long haul with you guys. I'm not giving you an overnight success story. And if anybody is, you should walk the other direction, because there's no such thing. Okay? Can lucky breaks happen sometimes suddenly? Yeah, of course. But remember, after every job, you're unemployed again. So one of my actors that came to Hollywood Winner's Circle Academy, no experience really at all, not a lot of training. I sent her to train with James Ciccone. who is one of my favorite acting coaches in New York City. He also trains in online and in person. Her name is Isabella Ferrara. And she came to HWC, to my ABCs of Show Business, and that's my in-person and my online mastery class. Like, it's like 3-hour intensive, and man, it's powerful. And after I gave her the information and I told her what she needed to know, and I think she was 16 at the time, and her mother was in the class with me, I sent them to James Ciccone, and I said, train with James, because he is going to teach you how to book a job. I'm teaching you the business side, your actors' access, your casting networks, your all that other stuff, but he's teaching you how to book the job. And that's the teamwork that builds a career. She booked a job, a recurring role on Orange is the New Black, and she did 4 episodes. And after that, she went on an audition for Love Victor, and she booked the lead in the series. Series regular, Love Victor. She was one of the series regulars for 3 seasons. And now she's in a new show with Bobby Cannavale. So sometimes it can happen quickly for an actor. But eventually, the jobs end and everyone's unemployed again, right? And so then you're back to getting another job, getting another job, getting another job. You've got to understand that sometimes you could be auditioning 100 times before you book a job. She auditioned a couple times and booked those jobs right off the bat. Sometimes it's timing. She was right for the role. She brought this really beautiful quality to her auditions, and they loved her work. She had never been a series regular before. So that can happen where you become a series regular and you've never been one before. And boy, you're going to learn a lot on the job, right? Sometimes if you book a soap opera, those people got to learn 10 pages, 20 pages of dialogue a day. You're going to learn a lot if you become a series regular on a soap opera and all of a sudden they're throwing you 10 pages of script a day. You're going to learn how to memorize. You're going to learn how to get that done. And so sometimes the training is on the job. A combination of training in class, combination of training on the job. Whatever it is that you're doing, what I do is I look at what you're doing and I take a peek and say, okay, what you're doing is not enough. It's not good enough. You're not doing what you need to do. You stop that and do this. This is how we get you working, by doing this. How do I know? Because these are all the actors I've done that with. These are all the jobs they've booked. And this is how they've done it, right? Because I'm an expert at getting actors started and I'm an expert at getting them working. Period. So if you're not doing the things that are going to get you success, I don't want to hear about it. I don't want you doing that. Sometimes you're auditioning 100 times, like I said, before you get a job, right? A lot of working actors who you see on TV will tell you that the job of an actor is to audition. What do? I'm an actor. What does that mean? I audition. I audition. I audition 10 times a month, 5 times a week, 3 times a week. I audition constantly. And that's what you're going to hear from actors. And then what have I seen you on? Well, sometimes they haven't booked anything yet. But every audition, they're learning how to be a better auditioner. They're developing more confidence. They're meeting casting directors. When you put yourself on tape for a project, the casting director looks at it. They send it to the producers. Now the producers have seen it. Remember, those casting directors might be casting 14 other projects. They're thinking about you for other things. You might not be right for this thing you auditioned for, but next year they have a role in that actor, that audition, I'm bringing them in for this. Your auditions are like, I don't know, they're so important it's not even funny. I don't want you to underplay. If you're getting auditions and casting directors are calling you back to the same office, that's phenomenal. If you didn't book it yet, don't worry about it. The fact that they're calling you back means they love you. And they just want to keep bringing you in and showing you to producers. This is a great option. Look at them. This is a great option. Look at them. Eventually, it'll be your turn, right? So just keep showing up and doing the best you can and audition. You can control how much energy you put into your audition, your positive attitude about it, but you can't control whether you get it. So show up, do the audition. That's your job. Let it go. A lot of my job as a manager and the way I help actors is to assess their situation and see why it's not working. Like, why are they not booking television yet? Let me look at your whole package. Okay, that's why you're not booking television yet. That's why. This, and this. That's why. Go fix that, and then you're going to start booking. Go fix that, and then you're going to start getting more auditions. They come to me, they say, I don't have an agent or manager. I can't get one. I've been trying for 3 years. Let me look at your package. Yeah, that's why agents and managers aren't going to be interested in what you're doing right now. This is not interesting to them. This is. Go change those things, and now let's resubmit. Now you got an agent. Yay, right? What I want is your success. I don't want to talk about what's not working and then that's all. Like, okay, it didn't work. Goodbye. No, let me give you the solution. Let me talk about how to fix the problem. I'm a fixer. I'm a fixer. People come to me to fix the problem. I'm not getting callbacks. Let me look at your tape. Yeah, I know why you're not getting callbacks. You're not doing this correctly. I want you to understand that a correction is not a criticism. I want you to hear that deeply. A correction is not a criticism. There's no criticism. I have no criticism. I have corrections. And when I correct you and you take those corrections and fix them, we're going to get results. We're going to start succeeding. Why is that important, Wendy? I'll tell you. Thanks for asking. An agent or a manager only gets paid if you booked a job, right? They don't get paid ahead of time. They don't get paid anything until you book a job. In order for you to book a job, you got to get an audition. You can't book a job if you didn't even get the audition. You got to get the audition, which means a manager and an agent have to be extremely good at getting auditions for our clients. That's our expertise, right? And good ones like me, we're going to get a lot of auditions for our clients. And we're also going to put you with agents that get a lot of auditions for our clients. The more auditions you have, the more people get to know your work, the more casting directors see you, the more producers see you, the more writers, directors, the more exposure you get, the more people see your talent. The more rooms you're in, the chances of you booking a job go up. It's a numbers game, that part, right? So if you have 50 auditions, you're more likely to book it than if you had one audition and you weren't right for it. There's no more chance. The more auditions you have, the more chances you have to book work. And the more chances they'll bring you back again for other projects and again and again and again for other projects. So look at one audition in a casting office. You do a great job. You maybe didn't book it, but get you 10 more auditions from that casting office. That's great. Now you've got one audition turned into 11 different opportunities. It's amazing, right? So my job is to get you in the audition room. If I'm working with an agent, say I have a client, they come to me, their package, there's no package. We work and we develop it, and that's what I do at HWC, develop packages and get actors marketable. Get you marketable, get your package together, help you become castable, marketable. And now we can try to get you an agent. Yes, now we've got great materials to send out, right? Let's say I send those materials to agents, you meet with some of them, you sign with an agent. That doesn't mean you have a career yet. That means you have somebody else on your team that believes in you, that wants to get you auditions. And they're going to use those amazing materials you brought them to send those to casting to try to get you auditions. Now, nobody can control whether or not you get an audition. We can control whether we send it to casting and ask for the audition, but we can't make the casting director give you the audition. They have to want to do that, okay? When I look for agents to get my clients with, I want a great agent who has great relationships with casting and who's going to work their ass off for my clients. If I'm managing 50 actors and they each have a different agent, I've got relationships with all 50 of those agents, right? And what that allows me to see, which agents are getting auditions for my clients. Which agents are getting auditions for my clients and which ones are not. And why? Why? Because if I'm managing them or if I'm teaching them, it's not going to be their package. My actors, the people I work with, have great packages, okay? So it's the agent. Because if it was the package, I'd have corrected that already. So it's the agent at this point. I'm moving them from that agency and I'm putting them with a better agent. Sometimes it's the wrong agent for that actor. Sometimes, and you'll be surprised to hear this maybe, but one time at band camp, there was an agency, CESD, one of the top agencies in the world, and Paloma Model and Talent. I had clients with both of them. And neither one of those big, wonderful agencies were getting my clients auditions. And I know it's not the agency because they're great agents. I took the actors and I switched them and put them at different agents, like switched them. And then they started getting auditions. So I took this one from CESD, I put him with Paloma. I took this actor from Paloma and put him with CESD. And then they started getting auditions. I don't know, change the molecules, change up the vibration. Something happened, and then it started to work. So a manager is a troubleshooter. We're a problem solver. We're a fixer, and I'm the best. Yeah, I'm the best. So I'm going to fix all the problems that I see. If you're brand new, you want to be as close to me as possible because I'm going to help you. I'm going to help you become marketable. I'm going to help you train with the right people. I'm going to look at all your materials. I'm going to give you honest feedback, and you're going to correct all the shit I tell you to correct. And then you're going to have a marketable package. Then we're going to write a cover letter together, and I'm going to tell you everything that needs to be in it. And you're going to follow my description exactly to the letter what I tell you to put in it. And then here's my list of agents and managers that I know are great. And you're going to submit to them. And you're going to follow up with them. And here's how you follow up. And here's what you say in the follow-up. And here's how often you follow up. And then here's what you say in the meeting. And here's what you don't say in that meeting. Here's what you don't say in that cover letter. Here's what you don't say in that meeting. For example, let's say I have an actor with Paloma and they're not getting out and they're like, this agent sucks. Really? It's not the agency because I just moved those actors and now the actor's getting out. So sometimes it's timing. Sometimes it just needs just a little adjustment, right? Sometimes it's whatever. If you're with an agency and you decide to move on, never, ever talk badly about the agent that you left. Never. Because I promise you, we're all friends and we know each other. So as soon as you come into my office and you say, yeah, I was with so-and-so and they sucked. Really? I just had dinner with them last night. Tell me more. Yeah, you're talking badly about that manager. I've known that manager for 10 years. I know what kind of manager they are. And the fact that you're talking about them like that means I can't trust you. Because who knows what the fuck you're going to say when you get on set. You don't understand business. You're criticizing other people. And that's just a no. So one of the things I'll tell an actor, do not write something like that in a cover letter. Dear whoever, I'm looking to find another agent because my agent isn't getting me out. They're not doing anything for me and I just think they're a terrible agent. Don't do that. Keep that shit to yourself. You're looking for another agent because you're looking for a fit. You're looking for a collaboration that you're excited about. Why don't we say that? I'm looking for a collaboration I'm excited about. I'm looking to work with someone where we can, work together to build an exciting acting career or to build a successful acting career. Here's my materials. I love your agency. I looked you up on IMDb and I see you represent so-and-so and so-and-so. I love their work. Or I heard you on a podcast last week, or I saw your Instagram, and I'm really excited about all the success you're having. I would love to meet with you. Here's my Actors Access link. Here's my Casting Networks link. Here's a link to my acting clips. Here's a link, my link tree. I look forward to our conversation. Don't say anything negative whatsoever. Ever. Okay. Another thing I do is, and I was doing this the other day, just yesterday actually, I was talking to an actor, and of course I go on their Facebook page, and there's some weird photo there. Like, don't present yourself as a weirdo in the business. Remember that Facebook image on your Facebook or your Instagram, that picture goes everywhere with you, right? So it should be your headshot. He had some weird headset on, and it was shot from underneath him. He looked ridiculous. Take it down, put up your headshot, and look like a professional. And he trusts my opinion. Thank God. And he changed it immediately. And then he immediately looked like a professional. Thank you. If we're working for you for free until you get an audition and book it, then every minute that I spend working for an actor, I'm not getting paid. You better be listening to what I'm saying to do, because I'm trying to get you to the next level. I'm trying to get you auditions. What I tend to do is I look at an actor's clips and I go, this is never going to work. Forget all this shit. Let's go create a self-tape. What do you play? A cop? Good. Let's do a cop clip. I'll give you a prime example. There was an actor named Sean Berube, and he came to my school, Hollywood Winter Circle Academy, right from the beginning, the moment he decided to be an actor. And I really love when that happens. It doesn't happen every time, because sometimes they've got a master's degree in theater and then they come out of Yale and they still don't know what Actors Access is. But sometimes they come right from the beginning. Great. Wherever and whenever you come, I don't care. Just get to HWC, because it's a life-changing, game-changing, career-building. So stop wasting your time and just do it. He came to me, and he had been a police officer for 28 years and in the military, Army and Navy, I think, 2 different things. And he was a cop in Arizona, 28 years. He was retiring. And somebody had asked him to be on set. You know, like cops go on set and, whatever they're doing, blocking and telling people, don't go in there, we're filming in there, and move your traffic and this and that. And he got on set and he was like, what's this? He decided he wanted to become an actor. I don't know, he Googled me. Maybe you watch my YouTube videos like you are. And he enrolled in my school. Smart guy. Here we are now, 95 films and television shows later. In the last couple of years, that's what he's built. 95 films and television shows. SWAT, Better Call Saul, all kinds of shows. Tons of movies. He's doing a movie with Jennifer Lopez right now, J-Lo. But he came to me with nothing. And I gave him the blueprint. HWC blueprint. This is what agents and managers want. I have put it in a program that you can follow. Just do what I say, step by step by step, and you're going to work. He was like, yes, ma'am. Knows how to follow direction. Didn't question me. Just did it. Now, if I thought that something else would work, I'd tell you that. But what I've created is the fastest, most effective way of becoming an actor, and that's what I teach. If there was a faster way, I would teach that. What I teach works. So he said, what do I have to do? I said, you got to train first. Let's get you into classes and start training as an actor. You can want to be an actor, but until you can act, who's going to hire you? So he enrolled in classes and trained his ass off. Training, breaking down scenes, working on scenes, putting himself on tape, training. And every time he did some tapes, he came to class, because we teach online 3 days a week. He comes to class, he shows the tape, and eventually it's good. And I'm like, that's the tape. Put it on your Actors Access. We created his platform, his Actors Access, and we talked about his headshots. You need headshots where you look like a cop. Smart, right? He plays a cop in real life. Play it on TV, right? You're a cop in real life. Let's play it on TV. So let's look like an FBI agent. Let's look like a detective. Let's look like an undercover. Let's look like military. Let's look like a cop, and he's a dad, the nicest guy in the world. So freaking nice. Let's look like a dad. And he's got those headshots. He went and took those headshots. And I tell you, when I teach you how to take headshots, you're going to get much better results than if you don't know what I'm talking about. When you just go out there and take headshots, most people have 2 expressions. This one and this one. There's serious one and there's smiley one. Okay? That's not what we want in headshots. We want thinking in the eyes, which I've said if you've been watching my YouTube videos. If you're new to my channel, subscribe. Please subscribe and keep learning. Keep coming back, keep learning, keep watching videos, keep being a part of my community here on YouTube. I love you guys, and I'm here to help. And if you're going to take headshots and you don't know what you're doing, you're going to smile like this and look like this in different outfits. And none of them are going to have any thoughts whatsoever. And if they don't have any real thoughts going on in your eyes, casting is going to look right past them. Next. When a job comes up and people submit headshots, 1,000 headshots go to casting. Every agent and manager is submitting their actors 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 headshots. And they look down, for all that one. Bring that one in. That one right there, that one, good. Why? Because something was going on in the eyes. Well, how do you get something in the eyes, Wendella? You got to be thinking thoughts when you take your headshots. So let's say, for example, I'm just smiling. I'm not thinking anything. I'm just smiling. But let's say I think about something, something great that makes my heart sing. I smile from inside, and that comes out of my eyes. That's what you got to do when you're taking your headshots, right? And that's a very specific technique that photographers have taught us. We teach at HWC, and we teach you don't just go shoot your headshots. Spend $500 and pose for the camera. They're not going to get you auditions. You're going to have to go back and shoot them again. Let's not waste $500, okay? Let's not do that. Listen and shoot it this way. Figure out what you're going to shoot. Cop. Okay, now think real thoughts. Think thoughts that you would have as a cop when you pull up on somebody and you're pulling them over. When you're interrogating them about a crime. Actually think those thoughts. Speak out loud, Where were you last night at 6 p.m.? I don't believe that. You know what? Your neighbor saw you, you were out back, and you were doing something weird with a shovel. So don't lie to me. I saw you. We have footage of that. Like you have like real thoughts. The camera is click, 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 click. And when you get those headshots back, you're not posing. You're being the character, which is what actors do. For some reason, actors think when they're taking headshots that they're not supposed to be acting. All of a sudden, they're supposed to be posing. This is not becoming a poser. This is acting, which means you got to be having feelings and thinking thoughts. And you talk to the photographer and you say, look, these are the thoughts I'm going to be having. This is the kind of characters I want to get. This is what I want out of this headshot session. Can you work with me on this? And the photographer can take that and say, okay, I see. Good. Then when they're shooting, they can say, okay, now you're having some angry thoughts. You're thinking this guy killed a child and you got to go find whatever. And now you're in it. And the photographer's taking pictures and you're alive as a cop. Great. Now let me see those pictures. You got lots to choose from. I'm going to select them. You're going to select some. Your headshot photographer's going to do some work on them. Going to get them on your Actors Access. Now I'm going to say, Sean, you can play a cop. I need a clip of you playing a cop. Where do I get that? A self-tape. Set your phone up on a tripod. Get a great scene off of Blue Bloods, Chicago PD, Law and Order, Chicago, what is it called? NCIS, CSI, Rookie Blue, any of those cop shows. But don't just grab any scene. Grab a meaty scene. Really, where the cop is fed up. If you guys ever watch Chicago PD and Voight, he loses his mind sometimes. That's so interesting. You know what? It's his craziness. His you never know when he's going to snap. He's got such a dynamic character he's playing. Jason Begg. Oh, I love that show. That actor is brilliant. He takes you through every emotional thing you want. You could cry for him. You get angry at him. You're like, oh my God. And the actors around him, they all care about him. They rally around him. He fucking crosses the line too many times, but they still want justice. They want justice, and they're all fighting for justice. Okay, find one of those scenes where someone's fighting for justice, for the parent who's lost their child, or for a bad cop and they're trying to take him down, or a criminal that they're trying to catch. Find the fire. Get a scene that's fire. Learn it. Practice it. Work on it. Put it on tape. Bring it to class. Let me look at it. Let me see if I believe it. If I don't believe it, go do it again. Go do it again. Go do it again. Now it's good. Now it's good. You need someone to tell you that, because you could be suffering for years with footage that sucks and nobody wants to tell you. Not even your own agent and manager tells you sometimes. They're so busy with other clients they don't even have time to call you back. Some of you know what I'm talking about. They don't even look at your materials. What are they waiting for? I don't know. So let's say you go take like I said before, my correction is not criticism. I got to correct you so that you can do it again, and it can get better and better and better until I can tell that is going to get you auditions. Because remember what I said before? I don't get paid as a manager unless you get an audition and book the job. So that means your material has to be good enough to get me and you the audition. Has to be. Or otherwise we're not making any money together. And if we're not making money together, that's not a good business situation. That's not good for you. It's not good for me, right? So as a manager, I need you to make money. You need to make money. You got bills to pay. You want to make money acting. One co-star is about $1,000 a day for the day. And a guest star is about $8,500 to work for a week on a show. You want that $8,500, right? Okay, so I need you to get the audition. So that means you need to get me a good self-tape. Makes sense, right? It all makes sense. It just, if you've never sat down and been trained on this, how would you know? You wouldn't know. That's why you need to work with someone who knows. And like, oh, is that how it works? I've been in this 5 years. I didn't have any TV auditions and I didn't know any of that. Okay, now you do. So let's get to work, right? So he worked on that. He had some self-tapes as a detective, as a cop. He went and shot some incredible footage, doing stunt reels, doing shooting. You know what? I'll leave a link in the chat. I'll show you his Actors Access clip link. You can go look at it. Click on it. Not in the chat. What do you call the comments under my video here tonight? Under this video, you'll see resumes.actorsaccess/Sean Berube. And you can see all the projects he's booked, and you can see all the photos he has and how different they are from each other. And you can look at all the clips and you can see his work, and you can see that what I taught him has worked, and it'll work for you. He followed direction. If you don't do it, you're not going to get the results, but still you got to do the work, right? But if you do the right work, you can become a working actor, and that's what I want for you. And I'll also show you his YouTube link of his stunt fighting and his shooting and all that stuff. You're going to love it. He went to a guy named Daniel Lucero in Los Angeles. And I told you Sean lives in Arizona. So he drove to LA. He paid this guy, the stunt guy, to train with him. They learned in one day all of the stunts and the shooting and the trained and shot it in one day. And then he had this brilliant footage to show that he could play an action hero, action star, a criminal, great with firearms, all that stuff. Amazing. When you go look at it, you'll see what I'm talking about. Come back if you want and we'll talk some more, right? You look at that stuff and you go, well, no wonder this guy's building a career, because he's got footage that shows he's good at what he says he's good at. So now he's followed all my direction. He's built his link tree. You can go to, I'll put his link tree below this video too. His Facebook page has his link tree. His Instagram has his link tree. He's got a great Actors Access platform. And he's got now an agent. And he's got a great manager, Gina Birnbaum from Top 10 Talent. So by following my directions and just doing what I said, he built a great Actors Access, great headshots. Oh, look at another actor. I'm going to tell you about this one, Lisa Loggins. She's a success story too. Actors send me their links all day long telling me, I did this, I did that, I did this, I booked this. I'm sure, no, thank you, Wendy. I mean, I don't know what I would do without you. And I'm like, I love you guys. I'm so glad you're doing great. It's what I want for you, right? So I can talk about Lisa in another video, but I'll just tell you quickly. Lisa came to me with absolutely zero experience as an actor, had been dreaming about it her entire life, her whole life. And she finally was like, you know what? My kids are grown. I'm going after it. And I said, okay, here's what you're going to do. Just do what I say. What I've learned in 30 years in this business, I've put together in a system that works. Just follow the directions one step at a time, and you're going to get working. Okay, so just do that. So never acted a day in her life, trained. Of course, she's got great headshots now. She expressed thoughts during her headshot session. She kept bringing them to class. I said, these are good. Don't use those. That's good. Great. She started doing clips. Her first ones were not that interesting. I said, find a meteor scene. That. Now go tape that. She got with some other actors at Hollywood Winter Circle Academy. They got together. They taped some footage together. She got it on her Actors Access, her casting networks profiles. Everything looks fantastic. Her acting is believable. She knows her types. Yes. What happens? She gets an agent. She gets a manager. She books the lead in a film. Not a student film, a feature film. The lead in a feature film. Hello. That's what she always wanted. Now she's auditioning for television, and she's also executive producing another film. She literally is producing her own material now, her own films. That's all in 1 year. She did that in 1 year. So you can go from scratch to working, auditioning for huge shows, booking television. You just need to know what to do. And I'm not sure what she's sending me right now. I'm sure it's good news about something. Oh, amazing. Okay, amazing. I love it. Amazing. I can't tell you what that's about right now, but it's an exciting new project and can't discuss what it is. Okay. I'll just tell you another thing. An NDA means a non-disclosure agreement, which means once you sign it, you can't just go talking about it. So if you've got an audition and you sign an NDA, you can give those sides to the coach and you guys can work on it together. That's okay. But you can't talk about it on social media. You can't post about it. You can't tell people you booked it. You can't tell people you're auditioning for it. You have to keep it quiet. It's called an NDA, non-disclosure agreement. And it means you shut your mouth and don't say one word about it. And what I tell actors is whenever you book something, don't say anything. Go shoot it. Go shoot it. Get it in the can. Once you've shot it, now you can come back and you can post. Doesn't mean you have to say what it is yet. You can say just shot a guest star on a show. Just shot the lead in a feature film. You can't announce what it is until it's on IMDb Pro and the company announces that you're in the job. Okay, so when the project gets put on IMDb and they announce the cast, then you can say you booked it, but not until then. And I always tell people, just be quiet. Keep your head down and do the work. Don't brag. Don't talk about stuff you haven't finished doing. Shoot it, get it in the can, add it to your resume, keep your mouth shut. Then a week or two before it airs, tell everybody that you have a co-star or a guest star on Chicago Fire. It's airing on this date. Create a little banner, put it on your social media, invite people to watch it. Tell everybody. You did it. You deserve it. Good job. I love those times when actors book their first television shows and their first big films. I had an actress. I grew up watching Josh Lucas. God, he's beautiful. One of my crushes. Anyway, and one of my actors, El Ray Morris, which I'll talk about in another video because my voice is tired and I'm getting tired. But she booked a 3-picture deal with Paramount. And one of the films she was starring in opposite Josh Lucas, who is utterly beautiful. And she was so excited. And she called me and she was like, "You'll never guess." And I'm like, "Yeah, I'll guess. I'll believe it. I'm not surprised at all. You did everything I told you to do. You got your package together. You've been auditioning. You got representation. What happened? 3-picture deal. I'm starring with this movie with Josh Lucas." I'm like, yes. Great. You know what? She came to me with nothing. 0. In Texas. Never been on a film set. Never had acting training a day in her life. And now she's got a 3-picture deal with Paramount. And she's a working actress. She was on The Bay, which is an Emmy Award-winning TV show, recurring. She's amazing. She's amazing and talented and has a beautiful package. And she knows who she is and how to navigate this business. And that's what I teach actors. So if you want to work with me, you're welcome to. I'll put the links in the chat below, in the box below. Check out Sean Barubi's work and materials. And keep staying close. Subscribe to this channel if you haven't. It's Saturday at 5:40. I'm going out. I want to thank you guys for spending time with me. I really love you, and I believe in your dream, and I want you to know everything you desire and dream of is possible. So don't let anything get in the way. Don't talk yourself out of it. Just work hard, do the right thing, stay close to me, and let's make it happen together. I'll see you in the next video.